Hello, my name is Ruku Sukuri, and today I'll be playing Dark Souls by Bandai Namco Games and FromSoftware. This is my first time doing this, so if I get a few things messed up, don't blame me. As you're about to see, I have played this game before, but for you guys I will be starting anew. Okay, so entering my name. Ruku. Sukuri. There we go. Now I get to choose sex. You literally just get to choose from male or female. I'll be male. Your different classes, you have arrange them. This will start you off with certain things. I usually go with a warrior. Basic stuff set out. You got the knight, which is your main outfit. Wanderer. Very basic. Sword and shield. Same with the thief. Just the little sword. And go on to bandit. More basic outfit, heavy weapon and light shield. We've also got the hunter, which is more basic and with a bit larger weapon, and your bandit, your thief or your wanderer, and sorcerer with your small weapon. You start with a sorcery and a sorcerer's catalyst. Pyromancer starts with your pyromancy. Cleric will start with a miracle, and you got a big bludgeoning weapon, and your primitive would basically start with nothing. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna start off with your knight, considering it's just a general one. You've got your different gifts. This is a start off thing. Basically, choose none or Goddess Blessing. Goddess Blessing gives you a I think there's about 5 of these it gives you. You can pick them up within game, so it's not really worth it. This just restores your HP and stats, so nullifies poison or toxic. Black Firebomb, you start with 5 of these, and you again. Sorry about that. My thing went off for a sec. You get Twin Humanities. You get Humanities to win game, and these aren't really worth it. You got your binoculars again, an in-game thing. I will teach you how to get them eventually. Pendant. Again, this is just a trinket. So it's not really worth it. Master Key. This is more working with your Master Key. You've got. This lets you open doors that you can't usually open. After that, you've got your tiny being ring. This just gives you a small amount of health, and you get it later on in the game, so it's not really worth it. Same with your old witch rings, but this lets you talk to one of your covenant leaders, and that's your gifts. I usually stick with Master Key. And this usually does me well. So yeah, Master Key, my physique. You can go from a range of physiques. You got your average, which is quite normal. You've got slim, which doesn't really do much difference. You've got very slim, kind of looks like you haven't been eating for a while. Kind of fits this game. no offense to anyone that actually has problems in that area. So yeah, you got your large, which is colours a bit chubby and very large. Probably a bit like my brothers. You can, yeah. So you got your large upper body. This kind of looks a bit like your top heavy. Large lower body, which is more like bottom heavy, and then you got top heavy and tiny head, which is purely disproportionate. You got a range of faces which you do allow to look through. It looked at me. It actually looked at me. Looking at me. That's slightly creepy how they do that. It's like, no. Oh, okay, the others do that. So yeah, so you can have a range of choices from the faces. This also chooses your skin tone and your general outside, generally what you look like for the game. Yeah, so I'm actually debating, because I usually go with your noble, that one there, and just debating on which one. Yeah, I'll stick with noble. You can have a range of haircuts from a lot of them, and all of them interesting. I'd say I'd probably end up going with ponytail. Yeah. I'll stick with ponytail. Colour, you can again choose from a range of colour. As you can see from my profile picture, if you see it. But I'm usually either silver or purple, so I'm gonna probably stick with silver this time, because both of them match me. But yeah, silver. So now with all that in place, I will accept. As you can see, you start off with at level 5 with a few stats. This varies from class to class. Alright, start up.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone skins. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side. Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Oh, hello, guy in the roof. Okay, so you start in the North Undead Asylum. You start off with your basic armor of your class, and a basic weapon, as you can see in my in my right hand. This is your inventory menu, and sorry about the noise in the background. There's people that don't understand that I'm recording. Alongside, well, you've got many things in your inventory, alongside your armor, rings, weaponry, arrows, so on and so forth. You can take off your armor if you want to. Here's your stats, and yeah, so you can see my general stats here. This also says how many souls you've got and humanity as well. And then here's your system settings. You know, you can quit game from here. You should always quit game from here. Don't just turn off, because it can sometimes not save properly. Your basic options are brightness, and your more advanced ones are more for Xbox Live, and your control settings and everything. While you're in this in the menu, because the game doesn't actually pause properly, because you can be invaded at any time and your characters can do stuff on their own. Sorry if I seem a bit quiet, I am slightly nervous. Yeah, so you can see the general look of your hollowed state. You don't always look like that, this, don't worry. But yeah, I'll put back on my armor, because... Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna put back on my armor. And, as I said, you can't actually do anything in the menu. So, grab a dungeon key. You won't need this if you've got the master key, but it's best off picking it up, opening the gate, and you'll get instructions now going down the hallway. You can't open these gates on your sides because they're uninteractable. But if you read the message, you know, right stick for camera controls. These will be left by the guy from the roof. That's my theory anyway. You've got RB to attack. So yeah. And if you see this guy on your right, then this is called the Stray Demon. We're gonna meet his well, what I like to call his little brother later on. Upstairs. You can, oh, as I forgot to bow at the start of the video. Here's my bow. Okay, you got RT for a strong attack. So we'll demonstrate this now. This usually does more damage, but also takes greater recovery time. Left stick and B to run or dash. You can lock on with RS, so right stick, clicking it in. Warning, water and other liquid substances will slow your movement down. You can get a ring later on in game that will help with this by keeping your natural movement within water. We'll go up here for now. And you go through here and you'll see a bonfire there with the sword in. Yeah, these, if you rest at these, you'll recover HP, and this also acts like a little save point within the game. So if you die, you'll return to the bonfire you rested at. For now, we don't really do much. We just leave this bonfire, and we'll head towards these. As you can hear the Stray Demon walking below. So yeah. Next up is the Asylum Demon. I will be showing you that you can actually fight this guy head on, but I know a few of my friends have tried sticking with it and trying to fight it, and they've quit because they can't defeat it first time, and they don't realise that you can escape from it. But yeah, let's pray to the Lords. I don't have Praise the Sun emote yet, or Jesse yet, which I'm hoping to get eventually, so I'm trying to find it. So if you open the doors, if you actually don't walk in straight away, you can walk back a bit, and if you look up you can actually see the Asylum Demon there. I actually like giving this guy a name called Thunder Thighs, and you'll see why in a sec. And there you go. So he'll do quite a bit of damage to you. At the moment I've got no shield, so I can't defend myself. But he'll do these jumps, attacks. This is a good way to get knowing of his movements. Even with the strong attack, you're still only doing like good 2 damage. Good advice. But jiggle bit. So yeah. But if you run to the left side of the room, there's an actual door, which you can get out of, which I'm about to get out of because I'm about to die. And the door will close behind you, not allowing you to go back. So if you come down here, there's another bonfire, so don't worry about dying. It won't teleport you back to the last bonfire. But you can rest here. So if you rest at this bonfire, and just leave after that, head over the, yeah, this is where you get your shield. There's be a hollow with a bow and arrow. If you run into this room, pillage the corpse and you get your Tower Knight shield. You guard with LB, and then you can do this thing called parrying with the LT, but just equip your shield like that. So yeah, and well, see, that tells you how to equip your shield, and that's how you parry. And parrying does take up stamina, and when you take attacks with your shield up, it also takes up a bit of stamina, depending on how strong the attack is, how strong your shield is. If you see it just then, this guy will start to run away as you get closer, but you've got a corpse here you can pillage for a broadsword, so this is a better sword and you should really equip it as fast as possible. Like I said before, sorry if I'm mumbling and stuff. I'm a bit nervous, this is my first time. You can actually switch how you use your sword and shield with the opposite hand, but then your shield technically becomes a weapon instead of a shield, and your sword becomes a shield instead of a weapon. And your only attack is a strong attack, which will be your parry. So yeah, as you can see, no longer, it's just both strong and weak attack is just hitting with your shield. So yeah, the item on the cover doesn't really show. I wish they did actually add in an option of this for left-handed people, considering I am left-handed myself. Yeah, that's showing you how to change weapons. I will show you that eventually, probably in a later episode. But if you take down this guy, your sword will now do a lot more damage, as it is a full sword and it isn't blunt like your broken straight sword. The thing we're coming up to here is called a fog, or white light. You'll meet a lot of these in the game. They're just a transverse area. So do you really want to go to this area yet type thing. Once you transverse it, it will disappear unless it's a boss fight, then it will reappear and you'll fight the boss until it disappears. So, oh, see, there's our little friend. If you go down here, there's nothing really down here. You need to get upstairs to get that. No false walls or anything. I have tried multiple times to try doing anything in here. If you go over here, yeah, this teaches you how to dodge, backstep, and roll. You can see a bonfire down there. We just pressed that before. This wall is actually solid, so you need to actually do something to get this wall gone. Go down there to our bonfire, but I'll do that for a sec. If you run up here, a boulder will roll. You can actually dodge it if you're fast enough. But in here, you see our knight guy.
Oh, you. You're now hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I are both undead. Hear me out, will you? Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There's an old saying in my family: thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. when thou ringest the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite. Oh, and this.
Okay, so...
Now I must bid farewell. And thank you.
Okay, so he's just give us the item for healing in the game. This will automatically be equipped to our equipment slot because we have nothing equipped there yet. We can get 5 items equipped. We've got this guy up here which you should deal with. I'll show you basically. See, once you lose health a bit, as long as there's no enemies around, X to use your SS flasks. If you just open this door, we'll come back up here later on, grab the broken straight sword from this guy, and go downstairs back to the bonfire, so we can rest before the boss fight. Open this. You just got the key for this player. No, wait. No, this was an auto-open type thing. So if you now come and rest at the bonfire, we heal up and it replenishes our SS flasks. So now we'll respawn at this bonfire if we die in the boss fight or before the boss fight. So yeah, that'll be all for this episode. I'll see you in the next episode hopefully. And hopefully it'll be a bit better than this one. And see ya.